We wanted to do this documentary so people wouldn't have to always stare and take pictures, because we don't like when they take pictures, so they just knew who we are and stuff.
You won't believe it. Abby and Brittany Hensel's lives in 2025 are filled with stunning twists, marriage, mysterious disappearances, health crises, and now the unthinkable, the possibility of separation surgery. As they confront life-altering choices, their incredible story of resilience, love, and survival grips the world like never before. Born on March 7, 1990, in Carver County, Minnesota, Abby and Brittany have a rare condition called dicephalic parapagus, which occurs in approximately 1 in 189,000 births. They have 2 heads, but share one body. The twins share vital organs, including their heart, liver, and circulatory system, while maintaining separate spinal cords and nervous systems from the chest down. Their unique physiology creates interesting phenomena.
Like, if you touch my stomach, I can be a totally different temperature than Brittany would be. It's so weird. And our hands, sometimes, not right now, but a lot of times our hands are different temperatures, so I get super hot way faster, and there's a distinct red line all the way down. And I'm like, legitimately, like, my legs are sweating, like everything, like it's awful, and she's fine. Isn't that
Growing up, the twins faced numerous medical procedures. They underwent surgeries to remove an extra arm they were born with, correct spine curvature, and expand their chest cavity to help them breathe better. Each procedure carried risks, but the girls showed remarkable resilience. They learned to coordinate their movements with precision. Abby controls the right side of their body while Brittany manages the left. Simple tasks like walking required perfect teamwork. When one took a step, the other had to move in sync. "We usually bargain with each other," they explained. "Like, if you do this, I'll give you that, or we take turns a lot. One day Brittany will pick the outfit, and the next day Abby will pick the outfit." Their childhood in Minnesota involved developing unique approaches to everyday tasks. They mastered typing on a keyboard with each controlling their own side, driving a car together, and dressing through careful coordination.
He is control of the gas and the brakes, and then we both steer, obviously, and then I'm in charge of the clicker for the blinker.
School presented its own challenges. The twins took separate tests, wrote individual papers, and received different grades based on their work. Teachers recognized their distinct personalities and learning styles. Abby excelled in mathematics, while Brittany showed particular talent in writing. Their academic success led them to Bethel University, where they earned separate teaching licenses. Their principal later recalled the hiring process. "There were like 175 applicants for the job that we did indeed hire them for. I was looking for an excellent candidate, and they had all that. Obviously, their exuberance, their math knowledge." In 2015, Josh Bowling entered their lives during a parent-teacher meeting. He was there as a student's uncle, but instantly connected with Abby. Their relationship developed gradually, creating a unique dynamic that included Brittany. The three found ways to balance their time together, working to give Abby and Josh private moments while ensuring Brittany felt included. Their dates often involved all three, with Josh holding Abby's hand while respecting Brittany's presence. Despite mixed public reactions and questions about how their relationship functioned, they focused on their connection rather than outside opinions. In 2017, Abby and Josh married in a ceremony that honored both sisters. Abby wore white as the bride, while Brittany chose a different color to distinguish her role. The reception included special arrangements for dances and photos, carefully balancing everyone's needs. The story took a dramatic turn in 2019 when Josh mysteriously disappeared. One morning, he was simply gone, his car missing but belongings still in place. Speculation ran wild, with some suggesting the unusual marriage had become too difficult, while others proposed darker scenarios. Police investigations yielded no clues. Josh had vanished without a trace. The twins maintained their privacy during this period, avoiding interviews and press inquiries for 18 months. Then, as mysteriously as he'd vanished, Josh returned, but changed. He spoke of strange experiences, being followed, watched, and meeting people who knew impossible things about their lives. He described receiving messages about human connection and love that he needed to share. His stories seemed confused, almost paranoid, yet he remained absolutely certain about what he'd experienced. As the family adjusted to Josh's return, legal troubles emerged. His ex-wife claimed he'd fathered her child during his absence. The subsequent court case drew national attention, with reporters scrutinizing their every move. DNA testing eventually proved Josh wasn't the father, but the ordeal strained their rebuilding relationship. Throughout this public ordeal, the twins maintained their dignity and privacy. Today, in 2025, they continue their teaching careers, inspiring young minds with their example of overcoming obstacles. Their home functions with carefully arranged routines that respect everyone's needs. Josh has settled back into their life, though questions about his disappearance remain unanswered. The twins require regular medical checkups to monitor their shared health. Their principal, Paul Good, observed, "I don't think there's anything that they won't try or something that they couldn't be able to do if they really wanted to." To bring that to children, especially kids who might be struggling, that's very special. That's learned through lived example. Recently, their father revealed they face new medical challenges more serious than previous issues. For the first time, separation surgery, previously considered impossible, has become a topic of discussion. It's a decision that no one wants to make, a source close to the family explained, but it may be the only option if they want to survive. The emotional weight of this possibility is immense for two women who have never known life apart. A recent surgery intended to improve their quality of life reportedly did not go as planned. The medical team continues to monitor their progress closely while exploring all options for their well-being. Throughout their lives, the twins have managed public attention with grace. Their friend Aaron Junkins described his protective role. "I want to make sure that they're safe and that they're not completely exposed. Definitely just standing in the way of pictures, just always keeping an eye on what's going on, and just how the girls are reacting to the crowds. They amaze me at their ability to just shake it off." Despite these challenges, Abby and Brittany continue planning for the future. They're exploring family expansion options through adoption or surrogacy, determined to build their family their own way. Brittany has embraced a role as a second mother figure to Josh's daughter from his previous marriage. Their mother, Patty Hensel, shared her hopes. "Like every mom would, I want them to be successful and to be happy and healthy as they're being successful. That's what I want." The twins themselves maintain their positive perspective. "We never wish we were separated," they once stated, "because then we wouldn't get to do the things we can do. Play softball, meet new people, run." Their remarkable journey continues to inspire millions, demonstrating the power of resilience, cooperation, and unconditional love. Despite facing challenges most cannot imagine, Abby and Brittany Hensel have created lives of meaning, purpose, and connection, showing the world what's possible when facing life's greatest obstacles together.
We wanted to do this documentary so people wouldn't have to always stare and take pictures, because we don't like when they take pictures, so they just knew who we are and stuff.
Abby and Brittany Hensel, the inspiring conjoined twins, continue to break barriers in life and love. From teaching careers to Abby's mysterious marriage and her husband's shocking disappearance, their story is filled with resilience and intrigue. What's next for these unstoppable sisters? Let us know your thoughts. Abby and Brittany Hensel captured international attention as conjoined twins who defied expectations and built extraordinary lives. Born on March 7, 1990, in Carver County, Minnesota, they entered the world with a rare condition called dicephalic parapagus, meaning they have separate heads but share one body. This condition occurs in approximately 1 in 189,000 births, making their survival even more remarkable. The twins share vital organs, including their heart, liver, and circulatory system, while maintaining separate spinal cords and nervous systems from the chest down.
And even on our stomach, if we're in a swimsuit or whatever, but we can, if you touch my stomach, I can be a totally different temperature than Brittany would be. It's so weird. And our hands, sometimes, not right now, but a lot of times our hands are different temperatures, so I get super hot way faster, and there's a distinct red line all the way down. And I'm legitimately, my legs are sweating, everything, it's awful, and she's fine. Isn't that weird?
Growing up, the twins faced countless medical procedures. Their early years were filled with hospital visits and surgeries, removing an extra arm they were born with, correcting spine curvature, and expanding their chest cavity to help them breathe better. Each procedure carried risks, But the girls showed remarkable resilience. They learned to coordinate their movements with incredible precision. Abby controls the right side of their body, while Brittany manages the left. Simple tasks like walking required perfect teamwork. When one took a step, the other had to move in perfect sync.
We usually bargain with each other, like, if you do this, I'll give you that, or we take turns. We take turns a lot. One day, Brittany will pick the outfit, and the next day, Abby will pick the outfit.
All right, so not much more to do? Just brush your teeth? Okay.
Their childhood in small-town Minnesota was both ordinary and extraordinary. While other kids played freely, Abby and Brittany needed to carefully plan each movement. Yet they mastered activities that seemed impossible: swimming, riding bikes, even playing sports. Their home became a place of innovation, where they developed unique ways to handle everyday tasks. They learned to type on a keyboard with each controlling their own side, to drive a car by working together, and to dress themselves through careful coordination.
I think we're good drivers, but we have 2 licenses, and when we got our driver's license, we each had to take the test. We both passed, obviously. When we drive, Abby is in control of the gas and the brakes, and then we both steer, obviously. And then I'm in charge of the clicker for the blinker.
School brought unique challenges, but also showed their determination. The twins took separate tests, wrote their own papers, and even received different grades based on their individual work. Teachers quickly learned that while they shared a body, they had distinct personalities and learning styles. Abby excelled in mathematics, while Brittany showed particular talent in writing. Their success in school led them both to pursue teaching careers. At Bethel University, they earned separate teaching licenses, proving that their condition wouldn't limit their professional aspirations.
They came to our school and sat around the table with myself and 4 other teachers. And after our interview, I ushered the girls out to the front door, and I came back into the room. And before I even sat down, one of the people said, "Run after them, hire them, give them the job."
Felt like we connected well with the staff, and just, it was really good. It was a good interview. Good fit for us.
There were I think 175 applicants for the job that we did indeed hire them for. I was looking for a very excellent candidate, and they had all that. Obviously, their exuberance, their math knowledge.
In 2015, Josh Bowling walked into a classroom for a parent-teacher meeting, not knowing how much his life would change. He was there as a student's uncle, but he instantly connected with Abby. Their relationship grew slowly, and both Abby and Josh had to find new ways to balance their time together and their privacy. As Abby and Josh became closer, Brittany also found her own space in their unusual situation. Their dates often included all 3 of them, finding ways to give Abby and Josh alone time while still making sure Brittany felt included. Their relationship was different from what people usually expect. Josh would hold Abby's hand while making sure Brittany felt comfortable. They went to the movies, had meals together, and built a bond that didn't follow a usual pattern. People had mixed reactions. Some were supportive, but others were rude, questioning how their relationship could work. Despite this, the 3 of them focused on their connection and not on what others thought. Josh was very understanding, treating both sisters with respect and keeping healthy boundaries. In 2017, Abby and Josh got married in a ceremony that carefully honored both sisters while celebrating their love. Abby wore white as the bride, and Brittany chose a different color to show she wasn't the bride. The reception included special arrangements for dances and photos, balancing everyone's needs. During their vows, Josh promised to always respect both sisters while sharing his life with Abby. But there's more to the story. Josh mysteriously disappeared in 2019. One morning, he was just gone. His car was missing, but all his things were still there. People started making guesses about what happened, some saying the unusual marriage might have been too much, while others had darker ideas. The police couldn't find any clues. Josh had disappeared without a trace. Despite all the attention and rumors, the twins kept teaching, stayed strong, and chose not to give any interviews or talk to the press. For 18 months, silence. Then, just as mysteriously as he'd vanished, Josh returned. But he wasn't the same person who'd left. He spoke of strange experiences, being followed, watched, meeting people who knew impossible things about their lives. He talked about receiving messages about human connection and love that he had to share. His stories seemed confused, almost paranoid, yet he remained absolutely certain about what he'd experienced. The twins listened, but struggled to understand what had really happened to him. Just as they were adjusting to Josh's return, legal trouble troubles erupted. His ex-wife emerged claiming he'd fathered her child during his absence. The subsequent court case drew national attention, with reporters camping outside their home and scrutinizing their every move. DNA testing eventually proved Josh wasn't the father, but the ordeal strained their rebuilding relationship. The twins faced criticism and judgment, yet they maintained their privacy and dignity throughout the proceedings. Today, they live in a world of their own making. Their home functions with carefully worked-out routines that respect everyone's needs. The twins continue teaching, touching young lives with their example of overcoming challenges. Josh has settled back into their life, though questions about his disappearance remain unanswered. They face ongoing medical challenges. The twins require regular checkups and must be careful about their shared health, yet they handle everything together, proving that love can work in unexpected ways. Their plans for the future include hopes of having children, though they know this will bring unique challenges. They're exploring adoption and surrogacy options, determined to build their family their own way. The twin students continue to learn valuable lessons about acceptance and understanding, while Josh supports both sisters in their professional and personal goals. Their home has become a place where extraordinary love flourishes, despite outside judgment or confusion. The medical community continues to study their case, amazed by how well they've adapted to their condition. Each year brings new challenges as their shared body ages, requiring careful monitoring and occasional medical interventions. Yet they approach each obstacle with the same determination that's marked their entire lives. Their success in teaching has inspired others with disabilities, showing that different doesn't mean less capable. Public fascination with their story hasn't faded. Documentary makers and journalists still request interviews, wanting to understand how their unusual family works. But they maintain strong boundaries, sharing only what they choose. Social media sometimes erupts with speculation about Josh's disappearance or their private life, but they've learned to ignore the noise and focus on what matters: their love, their work, and their future together. Their story challenges conventional ideas about relationships, family, and love. They've created their own normal in a world that often struggles to accept difference. Through health challenges, public scrutiny, legal battles, and personal struggles, they've remained united. Each day brings its own challenges, but they face them with grace, humor, and unwavering support for each other. The mystery of Josh's disappearance may never be fully solved, but maybe that's not what's most important. What matters is the love that brought him back, the strength the twins showed during his absence, and the strong bond that keeps their family together. They continue to live their truth, proving that love doesn't need to follow traditional rules to be real and lasting. Through everything, they stay focused on their greatest adventure, building a future together that respects their unique situation while enjoying all the joy, challenges, and opportunities ahead. Their story is not just about overcoming difficulties, it's about showing what's possible when love leads the way. Do you think they should marry again, or should they just focus on their careers? Share your thoughts in the comments section and subscribe for more updates.
We are excited to continue our teaching career and see where life takes us.
Imagine living your entire life with someone else, not just as a close sibling, but literally attached at the hip. That's the reality for Abby and Brittany Hensel, the conjoined twins who've captivated the world since their birth in 1990. But now, their father has come forward with some startling revelations that paint a very different picture of their lives than what we've seen in the media.
We're seniors in college. We go to Bethel University. We are studying elementary education with a math emphasis. We are graduating in May.
Recent revelations from the father of Abby and Brittany Hensel have sent shockwaves around the world, exposing the struggles and complexities behind the sisters' prominent public image.
Two brains, one body. It's a concept that's hard for most of us to wrap our heads around. From the moment they were born, Abby and Brittany faced challenges that would seem impossible to most people. Every move, from walking to eating, required perfect coordination between the two of them.
Even when confronted with seemingly insurmountable obstacles.
Their dad recently shared that life behind the scenes is far more complicated than the twins have let on. He didn't give all the details, but he made it clear that what they're facing now is different from anything they've dealt with before. He revealed they are dealing with new medical problems that are threatening their shared future, and it is not looking good. In fact, for the first time, they are facing a decision that could mean separating, something that has always been off the table before.
The marriage has amplified their public image, intensifying scrutiny and exacerbating the already considerable difficulties they face.
Can you imagine the weight of that decision? These two have never known life apart from each other. The idea of separation isn't just medically risky. It's emotionally devastating. Their entire family is grappling with this possibility, and it's clear that no one is taking it lightly.
If my stomach hurts, it hurts right here, and I can't feel this. Like, I can't feel anything, but my stomach hurts right there, and Brittany's stomach hurts here, and she can't feel that. Because I can only feel my right side, and I can only feel my left side, but when we have stomach aches, it hurts on the opposite side. Isn't that weird?
Their health struggles aren't new, but they've become more complicated over time. Since they were babies, Abby and Brittany have had numerous surgeries to fix issues with their spine and chest. These surgeries were necessary just so they could breathe and move comfortably. But even with these procedures, the health scares never really ended. Now, in their early 30s, things are taking a turn for the worse. But let's back up a bit and talk about their journey so far. From day one, Abby and Brittany have been in the public eye. They've been filmed, interviewed, and documented since they were little girls. While this has brought them fame and admiration, it's also come with a heavy price. Their dad says that behind the scenes, there has been a constant struggle to live a normal life. Can you picture never being able to go out without people staring? Always being treated as a curiosity rather than a person. That's been their reality, and it's taken a toll on them emotionally and psychologically. Despite sharing a body, Abby and Brittany are two distinct individuals with their own personalities. Abby is described as more serious and pragmatic, while Brittany is more carefree and spontaneous.
Being in the city, I don't like being in the city very much. Sorry. I don't think we'd ever live there in the city. It's just busy. We'd rather have like a yard and like a more private home, and I'd rather just be in like a smaller suburb.
This difference in personalities can make even small decisions challenging. Their dad revealed that the two often struggled with even the smallest decisions because of their different personalities.
And like, even like on our stomach, if we're in a swimsuit or whatever, but we can, like, if you touch my stomach, I can be a totally different temperature than Brittany would be. It's so weird. And our hands, sometimes, not right now, but a lot of times our hands are different temperatures, so I get super hot way faster, and there's a distinct red line all the way down, and I'm like legitimately, like my legs are sweating, like everything, like it's awful, and she's fine. Isn't that weird?
Now, let's talk about the bombshell that really got people talking. Abby's marriage to Josh Bowling in 2021. How does marriage work when you're a conjoined twin? According to their dad, it's not easy. The marriage has brought up all kinds of questions and challenges that no one was really prepared for. According to their dad, it has not been easy. The marriage brought up all kinds of questions about how the other sister fits into that relationship. And honestly, it is a situation that nobody, not even them, was really prepared for. Their dad said, "It has been awkward, uncomfortable, and sometimes downright painful. The couple is in love, but the third sibling is always there, part of their life, in a way that is hard for most people to understand." Josh Bowling isn't an ordinary guy. He's a nurse, an Army veteran, and he has an 8-year-old daughter from a previous marriage. But that's not all. Up until recently, he was tangled in a pretty messy paternity lawsuit. His ex-wife had been claiming that Josh was also the father of her 3-year-old, which led to a lot of legal drama. According to the New York Post, Josh finally made his way to a Minnesota district court to sort this out. Was he really the father of Anna Bowling's second child? The answer was no. After some back and forth, a motion was filed to get his name off the birth certificate and to remove any responsibilities tied to that child. Despite these challenges, Abby, Brittany, and Josh are making it work. They've created a blended family, with Josh's 8-year-old daughter from his previous marriage now part of their lives. Brittany has taken on a role as a second mother figure, showing just how adaptable and resilient these sisters are.
Every conflict must be resolved, a testament to their adaptability and cooperative spirit.
There are even rumors that the couple is hoping to expand their family further. Whether through adoption, surrogacy, or another method, they're keeping their options open. After all, medical limitations aren't as restrictive as they used to be. One bright spot in their lives has been their teaching careers. Abby and Brittany have always loved kids, and becoming teachers seemed like the perfect way to share their unique perspective with the world. But even in their professional lives, they face unique challenges. They share one salary between the two of them, which isn't easy. and their ongoing health issues have sometimes made it difficult to keep up with the demands of teaching. Still, they're determined to keep going, showing the same resilience they've demonstrated throughout their lives. Growing up in Minnesota, Abby and Brittany attended public school, made friends, and participated in sports and clubs just like any other kids. They learned to ride a bike, swim, and even play volleyball. Their determination was inspiring, not just to those who knew them personally, but to anyone who heard their story.
My favorite moment was when Carrie Jo went up to spike the ball, and both Alex and Richie's faces were like, just scared out of their minds.
When they turned 16, Abby and Brittany took on the challenge of learning to drive, a feat that required incredible coordination and teamwork. Abby controlled the pedals and gear shifts, while Brittany handled the turn signals and lights. It took time, patience, and a lot of practice, but they did it. They both passed their driving tests and each received a driver's license.
I think we're good drivers, but we have 2 licenses, and when we got our driver's license, we each had to take the test. We both passed, obviously. When we drive, Abby is in control of the gas and the brakes, and then we both steer, obviously, and then I'm in charge of the clicker for the blinker.
Their journey to becoming teachers was another example of their determination. They attended Bethel University, where they earned degrees in education. After graduating, they began their teaching careers, and it quickly became clear that they had a unique gift. But their journey hasn't been without its share of medical challenges. Since they were babies, the twins have undergone numerous surgeries to address issues with their spine and chest. These procedures were necessary just for them to breathe and move comfortably. And now, in their early 30s, they're facing new health challenges that their dad describes as more serious than anything they've dealt with before. Living in the public eye has brought its own set of challenges. The twins have had to deal with unwanted attention and photographs, making even simple tasks like traveling more difficult. They've had to develop a constant awareness of their surroundings and rely on friends and family to help shield them from intrusive behavior. Their friend Aaron Junkins explained, "I want to make sure that they're safe and that they're not completely exposed, definitely just standing in the way of pictures, just always keeping an eye on what's going on and just how the girls are reacting to the crowds. Sometimes if they get more overwhelmed, then we just need to get away from the area for a little bit, but they amaze me at their ability to just shake it off and keep seeing what we are there to see." Their relationship with each other is both their greatest strength and their greatest challenge. Their dad shared, "There have been times when the stress of their situation has caused tension between them, but they have always found a way to work through it. They have learned to communicate openly, to listen to each other, and to compromise. It is a level of teamwork that most people could never understand, but it is what has allowed them to live their lives as fully as they have."
Though fraught with unique challenges, was one they felt was in the best interest of their daughters.
Their dad said that the entire family is struggling with the idea of separation. It's a decision that no one wants to make, but it may be the only option if they want to survive. For now, they are taking things one day at a time. They are focusing on their work, on spending time with their loved ones, and on enjoying the moments that make life worth living. But the uncertainty is always there, looming over everything. Despite the challenges they face, Abby and Brittany continue to inspire those around them. Their principal, Paul Good, said, "I don't think there's anything that they won't try or something that they couldn't be able to do if they really wanted to." To bring that to children, especially kids who might be struggling, that's very special. That's learned through lived example. Their mother, Brittany Hensel, shared her hopes for her daughter's future. Like every mom would hope for, you want them to be successful and to be happy and healthy as they're being successful, and that's what I want. The twins themselves have always maintained a positive outlook. In a 2007 documentary, they said, "We never wish we were separated, because then we wouldn't get to do the things we can do: play softball, meet new people, run.